I think it's a deep team from top to bottom. I'd argue it's our most talented team that we've had so far. We really like, every person that's on the roster can contribute in some type of way. And for us as coaches, that's really all you can ask for, is to have the weapons you need to win games at a consistent rate. David is everything, right? He's our leader. He's our captain back there. He gives us confidence to go forward. We at times can expose ourselves a little bit more in the back, knowing that he's back there. It's kind of a security blanket. He's been outstanding so far in the early season. Has kind of pulled us out of the fire a few times, and he'll continue to be that. We think he's the best keeper in the league, and he loves it. He has passion for it. And we appreciate him a bunch. I think right now it's a little bit by committee, but I think the main two right now are the freshmen, Alexander Mink and Dorian Robinson. They've been really good throughout the preseason. They still have room for improvement in some areas, but for the most part, they've been outstanding. Both of them super athletics. Both of them are eager to get the job done, and I've been really impressed with what they've done so far. Mark's season has started slow just because of injuries and whatnot, but he started for us, a year ago, and we trust him completely. So we're definitely looking forward to getting him back up to speed as well. Nigel's a really talented player who can play all over the field, and he spent some time back there and gives us some consistency as well. Young outside backs in Tobias Butch and Nico Worthy, both those guys are outstanding. We are really blessed to have them both, two left-footed players that can play on either side. A little bit different styles, and Nico being the pacey, athletic, defender that can get forward, and Tobias with such leadership and passion, energy, and technique and experience. So we're really blessed back there, and they make sure that we stay in every single game we play. Midfield is dynamic, very different looks depending on who's in there. Ibra right now is being dynamic. We're trying to find the best way to use him. He's moved around from attacking mid to center mid to even outside mid at times. In the real recent game we played, he kind of stepped in at holding mid for us and kind of filled a void and kind of changed the game a little bit. We're still trying to figure out the best way to use him since he's so talented, but we're really excited about what he's going to give at season's end as he continues to grow. Jacinto is, tall, athletic players who can run at players and dynamic. Scored a great goal against Pearl River the other night. I think his size and his athleticism and his passion for the game are really, giving us a leg up on our competition. Victor kind of splits roles. When he's in the midfield, he gives us a hard-nosed player who's going to do the right thing, pick up defensively, make right runs into the box, make tackles, and give us some leadership. And obviously, he's our leading goal scorer as well. So just having him be able to bounce between roles really gives us, some options as coaches. Our forwards right now, obviously, we are really excited about what we have coming back, as far as in front of goal. Cade, he's so dangerous with the athleticism and his speed and his size, his ability to take the top off of defense and really run in behind. So having him return gives us a real threat to play different styles of play. Victor, who I know we've already mentioned, is a finisher, right? He gets himself inside the 6 and finishes all the time, just with his work rate and his knowledge of the game, his ability in the air. He's really dangerous in front of goal. Mills is super dynamic as a player. He can really run at guys, good with the ball at his feet, and he gives defenses lots and lots of problems. So we're excited to watch him as the season continues. Vincenzo right now, as an incoming freshman, has probably been one of the most dangerous freshmen out there. He scored a couple goals for us this year already, in preseason and in the Pearl River game. His ability and craftiness in front of goal and his fearlessness that he plays with is really giving us, a lot of energy in the front line, and is really helping the other players excel as well because he's very unselfish in his play. Luke, being a transfer player, is really experienced. He's kind of been around this league, he's kind of been outside of the state. I've really appreciated, his level-headedness and his approach to the game. He stepped in and filled every single role that we've asked of him, whether that be on the front line, that's even in the midfield as well. He gives us some stability. We know if there's an issue, he's a good chance that he can fix it. So we really appreciate his approach so far in the early season. Wyndham to me is the best assistant in the league. I think he does a great job in every aspect. He's really good on the field. He's really good in the office. The fact that we've been together for so long at this point, even if you go back to just his playing days as a captain, I feel like we've been working together for 8, 9 years, somewhat like that. So the fact that we're so kind of cohesive and really on the same page, it makes us really efficient in the office and on the field. I have a lot of the same ideas. We communicate really well with each other and with the team, and so he's a savior for us. He's doing a great job, and he gives us a leg up. When he's involved for sure. Getting Zach back on board, someone who helped us, win conference in the past, someone who's passionate about goalkeeping, it's been super important. It allows me and Wyndham to focus a little bit more on the rest of the team, as well as we have, an outstanding goalkeeper who needs consistent work. So the fact that he's in and eager has been, great for us, and we really appreciate him. It's a tough conference again this year. It's really, really fun now that we're just doing the one conference. Every single game is important for not just conference play, but just nationally. The coaches are doing a great job from what I've seen so far. They're recruiting better, their out-of-state players are better, and so from top to bottom, it's definitely going to be a challenge that we're looking forward to. That's one of the reasons why we're excited to have so much depth this year, because we're going to need it. I think last year we kind of faltered at the end, and I think with the numbers that we have this year, we can try to be a little bit more consistent. So, I think Pearl will obviously be there in the end. Jones has shown us really, really early that they can play. Again, we think Hines will be better as well. Itawamba always poses a challenge up north. So I think you can go across the board. You can make arguments for East Central being better. You can make arguments for Meridian being better. It's going to be a tough season. And, part of the reason we scheduled the way we did early is to make sure we're prepared, when the conference season gets here. We want to qualify for nationals, right? I think that's the main goal, and we're several different routes we can get there. Obviously, we can win conference, win regionals, and that we automatically qualify. But we also want our name in the hat, just in case something goes wrong with the 4 at-large bids. And so that puts a lot of pressure on not just the coaching staff, but the players to be excellent out of the gate. But we're up for it. That's why you come to Gulf Coast. That's why you attend. You come for the big games. You come for the challenges. I think so far this season we have met expectations, maybe not exceeded expectations, but for us, knowing the talent that we have and the ability that we have, we feel like we have a couple more steps that we can take. And so we're excited about that. But again, definitely, we want to qualify for nationals. We want to take the steps that it takes to get there. That means a good pre-conference record, as well as obviously we want to win the MAC as usual. We'd like to win regionals this year as well, and then get ourselves in hopefully the top 8, the top 4 of the rankings.